This is what people do in Saigon, waiting for Tet to end. Play basketball. Or walk by the riverside. Saw a lot of people jogging today. And a lot of people walking. Looks like a lot of people trying to enjoy the fresh air that is rare. I mean, in Fumihung and Fumi it's usually pretty good, but it's definitely much better than normal. And this is a beautiful walk. The air is fresh. Man, God has blessed Vietnam with beautiful natural landscape. Hopefully we can preserve it. So I was thinking of going out to the Cup today, but it's getting kind of late and not really up to the usual menu, and if I get a drink it'll probably be caffeinated, which will keep me up all night, so probably just gonna go grab a snack and go home. And God has given us so many blessings in this world that we take for granted every day. All we have to do is step outside and enjoy nature, do something physical, get away from devices and media and technology. And you'll see how much your Creator loves you. So I was listening to Nathan Liao, another Nathan. This guy is known to be a watchman and possibly even a prophet. I know there's some debate about modern day prophets, but anyways, I had always thought this guy as a bit controversial, and sometimes I agreed with him, sometimes I disagreed, but the latest stuff that he's been coming out with has been pretty spot on. So I'm starting to think that he might just be way ahead of his time in terms of this kind of niche. And so the stuff that he was saying, people couldn't receive it at the time. But now that, Trump has gone through and, he fled office and supposedly up for re-election, he's starting to say that, again, that Trump could be the little horn, aka the Antichrist, that will bring America to become a fascist nation. And I wouldn't have believed that back when he was in power, but now that I see that what his legacy is broad, I realize that people that support Trump, they're looking for a political solution, but really you can see that neither the left nor the right offers a political solution for what's wrong in our world. There's only a spiritual solution for a spiritual problem. So his latest predictions are World War III coming shortly after the election of Trump, if he gets in. And if he doesn't, then maybe he'll recalculate his presumption that Trump is the Antichrist. I'm not a big fan of either Obama or Biden either, but and some people have stated that Obama was the Antichrist. There's still always a possibility. He certainly wasn't pro-Christ. He did say that America is no longer a Christian nation, and he supported a lot of non-Christian, pro-Muslim, pro-everything else but Christian, like Hindi and all this stuff, with all the different appearances that he made. Yeah, so how would this scenario play out? So basically, you could see Trump as kind of a stealth Antichrist, so to speak. He's not the kind of guy you would suspect, because he talks the talk, but the problem is he's not really walking the walk. So he's deceiving people into thinking that he's got the solution for our world. And apparently he's made an agreement with Putin to stand down if Russia decides to invade Europe, because they're already having conflict with Ukraine. So the next step is to go after the old Soviet states and then hit Germany, because that's the strongest powerhouse in Europe as far as most things go. And if America stands down and he just lets them get taken over, then Russia will have all of Europe as well as the old Soviet Empire. And we will be approaching World War III. And he did talk a lot about biblical prophecy. I watched some of his other videos about how in the end America would be punished by Persia, aka Iran. And there's been a lot of prophecy out there. I saw this one on Facebook. It showed the destruction of New York. I posted it to my Facebook profile. And so basically the idea is America, or maybe Western society as a whole, is the Babylon. They're talking about Mystery Babylon in the Bible, and that's what's going to fall. And so you'll have Iran and maybe other states, terrorist factions, and China might get involved in that. China is looking to become one of the big controllers of the world. They're already setting the stage for that. So, what this comes down to, we are in 2024, possibly by 2025, we might be heading into the apocalypse. So, you may enjoy your life now, but maybe a year from now, it won't be the same. So, or shortly after, a few months after 2025 starts. So with that in mind, if you haven't ever met Christ as your Savior, now's a good time, because this world will fade away. It has an expiration date. In fact, this whole universe does. The Bible says that heaven and earth will fade away, and there will be a new heaven and a new earth. So that time is coming soon. Let's be prepared.